That just rests on top of the thing. It's just not a good angle.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna move the mic so none of the cats touch it. Wait for people to see us. Yes, Calliope. Because it's not a Star Sun and StarMorata and Higher Emirata and Sheep Adjacent stream if something isn't going wrong. Lo and behold, children, it's been a long time,
Oops.
at least from me. You can't tell by my haggard appearance, slightly still rough voice. It's been a lot of shit going on since the last time you've all seen me. I have been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and the reason why my beautiful co-host is not showing her beautiful face is because shortly before stream, she done broke did her shit.
I did. I broke my camera holder.
Like, we're talking seconds.
Extremely depressing because I literally just spent the money on a new mouse. And a new ottoman for under my chair to put my legs up on while I'm at the computer.
I'm still sitting on the platform. Oh, have you noticed my colors aren't on? Because in my absence, the cats have destroyed my office.
I wish it was my beauty, Hunty. No, it was my stupidity.
She broke it with her beauty. And I do have other sad news, guys.
Oh.
I can't stream long tonight. Because your girl has an hour drive in the morning.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are they making you go to Charlotte again or something?
No. That's how I drive every day now for the restaurant.
Oh, right.
I know. Oh, it's been a week. It's been a month of a lot of ups and downs. Your girl's going through kind of a down right now. Still happy, still loving, still all that shit. But every day now I have to drive an hour to and an hour from.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys all recall the last time I spoke to all of you, I had a whole plan.
You know, once upon a time, before I got sheep, we were just friends, and I was talking to him. And he was going through a really bad period of his life. Things kept happening, and he kept saying, but I had a plan. And he uses this quote occasionally now, just because it really struck him when I said it. I said, do you know what a plan is? It's a list of things God said isn't going to happen.
I don't like you. I don't like you.
You're just upset I'm right again.
So here's what went down. So me and my friend who owns the restaurant, we butted heads. Horror knows what happened at the time. So it was due to stress and da-da-da-da. And so she told me it would be easier if I wasn't at the restaurant the whole week. All right, fine. That's not an issue for me. The corporate job begs to have me around, even now. Easy. So I said to her, you're sure? 100% she's sure. Doesn't need me. They have to make reasons for me to be there. That's what I was told.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because, she knows I'm loyal, da-da-da-da. So I call the corporate job and I tell them, for the time being, they've got me for 2 days a week. I had a whole plan. I would have every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. Okay? And on those Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays, Saturdays were going to be my new streaming day. Sunday was my total day off for myself. Monday would be where I would, pink dolphin milk. Everyone's got important news. Horror, for fuck's sake, Sonny. Har has cool news. I know Pink Dolphin Milk has cool news, but I'll get there. And so, I make this plan. I set the whole schedule up. Everything's set to go. The next day,
Oh, sorry.
I want you to know I'm working on signage for the restaurant right now. She has sat her ass square on the drawing pad.
Cat. Yeah.
Nova. Is there anything else I can put your scrawny ass on right now? Here, let's move.
The floor.
No, because she'll just drag her ass through the wires and fuck them up again. Here. Right there. No, because mommy's using this. Mommy's using this. You cannot have. Anyways, the next day at 11 o'clock, I get a message from my boss / friend / chef
/ torturer.
It was a madhouse. They ran out of food. They couldn't keep up the to-go orders. Said, did you miss me?
It didn't take that long.
She said, maybe. She said, I changed my mind. I need you every day of the week. And I'm like, ma'am, you just told me to tell the other people that they could have me 2 days a week. They're a corporate. They can't just switch that shit for no reason. Well, I now, to make everyone happy, but according to them, make me happy, have given up one of my only days a week. So I only get 1 day off a week now. I work Monday through Saturday. All day. The entire day. Which today was one of them.
Well, yes, today would be Tuesday. Would be Monday, which is still Monday through Saturday. So yeah, that makes sense.
And so the problem is that again, it's an hour drive. So in order to get up on time, I have to wake up when Starman wakes up.
Ew.
Because I have to make sure all the babies get fed and get their time out of the crate. And all of my system gets everything out of it. So that way I survive the drive. And so somehow I'm still horribly broke. But I'm working my ass off, guys. A lot. And so that's why I feel very, very bad that I have not, that the time I set aside to make these new videos that I was going to make for you were dashed before I could even use them.
She had good ideas too.
I still have them. I still intend to use them. The problem I have right now is
time.
And you see, theoretically, I had 2 weeks I could have done stuff. But I already had to catch up on cleaning my house. And so, not only that, but I didn't have enough time to record the amount of stuff and edit the amount of stuff that I want to do. So, the restaurant closes for a whole week next week, and then 2 weeks in December. So I am going to try very hard to mass edit a bunch of videos with these swank ideas and try to get them out for you guys. Because legitimately, I don't get home now until Starman's in bed. Before I used to get home around 8:15 to 8:30. I now don't get home until 10:30, 11:30.
Ugh.
Yeah, so if you're wondering why I look poofy and tired, it's
Because she's poofy and tired.
because I'm poofy and tired. And I feel very, I don't want to say burnt out because I'm not quite there.
Strung out.
Strung out. Strung out's a good one. I like that one. And what's truly infuriating me is this. As you all know, my sore throats don't usually last this long anymore. But for some reason, because I got this sinus infection the week after I saw her.
It wasn't my fault. Just saying.
No, it was not. But I want you to think about that, guys. That's when I got sick. And then I got sick again immediately afterwards. So,
In other words, she just hasn't gotten better. Hi, Dave.
now that I've been done bitching, and so you all know why my channel has been sitting there like dust in the wind.
Dust in the wind. Wait, sorry.
Horror has something to tell you all.
I think it might be better if I show.
Do it.
Hold on. I'm setting it up. I'm setting the show up. Is that it? No, that's not a good one. There's a better one for it.
Horror's
Hold
cursed.
on. I am cursed. That's a separate issue, though. That has nothing to do with our current conversation. That's just my personal bad luck.
That's why she has me around. I balance it.
Yeah, she makes it tilt the totally wrong direction.
I take it away from her and I curse myself.
Damn it, where's the thing? Oh, there's the thing. All right.
Me, cat. Do not worry, NT War Machine. That gonna be me soon enough.
All right, can I? Because it's better if it's rotated. There we go. Then I should be able to. There we are.
You ready? Are you all ready? You were close, guys.
I am not having babies. However, there are babies.
Wrong. The wrong bitch was pregnant.
Yeah, no. I can't have 4 of them.
They're all mulatto.
I mean, the one on the far left there's the least mulatto of them all.
The irony that your puppies are all only black and white.
That's not true. They're getting a little brown on their face.
And they came out of a redhead.
Oh, that poor baby girl. She's so exhausted. For obvious reasons.
The girl had a long labor. A long labor.
I go, once she started having the puppies, it wasn't that long. It's just that period ahead of time before she actually starts popping them out. It was like 20 minutes, half an hour between each puppy. Rudy, stop it. Rudy.
He's letting you all know he had a part in that.
Yeah, he did. Now his balls are getting caught off.
Yeah,
He's
baby.
losing his nuts. Because that right there, my friends, that is 4 girl puppies. All 4 puppies are a girl. Do you know how rare it is for a litter to be all girls? And yeah, just 4. Every time I picked up the puppy, I flipped it upside down to look at its genitals, and it's like, okay, that's another girl. I mean, well, the first one's like, okay, that's a girl, cool. I have a girl. I don't have to. Grace can finally, be put out to pasture and live her life without having to hassle with any puppies anymore. And then I pick up the next one. It's like, oh, it's another girl. All right, now I get to choose. And then I pick up the next one. Oh, it's another girl. What the fuck? And then I pick up the 4th one. I'm surely this is a boy. And no, it's a girl. So yeah, all 4
what
girls.
I'm most excited about. You tell him. You tell him.
Yeah, you see that big. Okay, this is. We're gonna see how much she loves me when I get done with this. You see that big fat one on the far left? That one's named Cassandra.
She's got the short black
She's
hair, you
also
see?
the loudest one.
She's got the short black hair and the big ass. Yeah,
And
that's
the most,
me.
I mean, this puppy right here has crawled out of the crate 3 times now.
My girl. You should keep that one to make the puppies.
Oh God, no. I know these puppies well enough. You don't keep the troublemaker.
I keep the troublemakers. Look, I got one right here.
Yeah, well, you didn't give birth to any, or you didn't raise any of those troublemakers. They came to you as is.
Lies. I raised them all from kittenhood.
Yes, but you weren't there when they were born.
They came out my vajayjay. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
That's a little weird, but okay.
Wait a minute. Maggie Simpson's pacifier. I used to be able to do it. When he nails that song, it sounds like Maggie Simpson.
No, I'm kind of leaning towards either the white one or the little one.
Which white one, bitch? They all
The one
white.
that's all white on the back with just the little spot on her tail. There's one with the little, the far left one. Just her white, her back is totally white. She's just got a little black spot on her tail. The next
Far
one over
left,
has
is that Cassandra?
no. That's the far right one. This under Grace's paw over there, on her own teat.
Oh, you made my ass speckled. I see how it is.
Yeah. You're all speckly and bitchy and very loud. I mean, from the moment she was born, that puppy came out crying. I'm not kidding. And when there's a problem in the kennel and we look, it's always that one. That one's always the one making the noise. Always the one crawling out of the kennel. She's gonna be a hell, and I can't wait to fob her off on somebody else. I'm not even kidding. Rudy?
Lies, you love me.
Water bottle. You need to stop barking.
What are you doing, bud? What are you doing?
Down.
If any of you are looking inside, you can see I'm getting groomed right now.
No, Rudy's just bitchy.
So, Dolphin Milk, you announced it on your Instagram.
Is she pregnant?
Dolphin Milk, you should announce something here in the chat. I'm going to bully you about it.
Is it about her cat's balls?
Well, her cat's balls did get chopped off. I was very proud about that. That happened, I think, today.
Yeah, Rudy's balls are next.
Getting rid of them. Let me turn. Bye, puppies.
Hopefully that'll calm him down.
We'll see.
It's like a 50-50 chance.
Dolphin Milk, say it.
Oh, another pregnant redhead. Woohoo! Congrats.
We're going to have a tiny Pac-Man.
Oh,
It's a baby Pac-Man. We're so excited. Oh. Announced it. Yup. So proud. So happy. A little wonton is boiling. Oh, Sonny, it's so wholesome. I know. Announce it, baby boy.
congratulations. That'll be so much fun.
It's going to be a June baby.
Oh boy.
Ask me how I know.
Because you know approximately when it was created?
Because there's another baby that's been announced. Are you going to fight me? Aha, I have protection. We have more babies coming in the family.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh. A dear friend of mine is expecting not just a baby.
Uh-oh.
He's expecting 2.
Oh, boy.
And he's not just expecting 2.
Uh-oh.
They are not only identical twins, they're not just sharing the same sac, they're sharing the same placenta. Mono a mono. That's what it's
Oh,
called.
boy.
A mono a mono pregnancy. The rarest form of twins next to conjoined. that you can have.
Poor mama.
She is on bed rest.
Oh, I bet.
And
That's a lot of.
the due date is my brother's birthday.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, you can't do that to me. No. If I'm going to have niece and nephew 21 and 22, you need to keep them out of June. Well, then I found out the great news. Again, because no twins go to full term, they're going to be born in April. Hallelujah. And I
Nice.
ain't got a single one in April. I got March. I got 4 in March. I got like 30,000 in June. None in April. Wait. Matt's little sister. Starman's little sister. Beyond that. Like in
Mm.
the air, so many pregnant ladies. Still not gonna be me. But you know what? It's fine. At this point, it's fine. Pretty sure if I got pregnant tomorrow, I'm running around so much, I'd miscarry. So, oh my God. This just that to remind me of something.
Mm.
Now I love my coworkers. Sweet kids, nice kids. If you watch my Instagram stories, you'll know one of them decided on his own that I'm his mother. Calls me mom. And the other day, he got real flippant with me. I said, "You want an Italian mother?" I went and grabbed the wooden spoon. I said, "Let me show you how
Oh.
to take care of things." Hi, James.
Hi, Rachel.
But oh, thank you, honey. Thank you, James. I appreciate that.
Hi,
I miss
James.
you guys too. I've been wanting to stream for a while, but as we're sitting there, because as you all know, our president is back. We're very excited.
Yes.
Bitch, shut up. Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted Kamala.
You know, I don't want anybody, but there's that.
But listen, and caps. Anyways, Trump is back. Trump daddy, Unky Don, very excited.
You
Well,
see, this is why I'm not excited.
my coworkers are not. Okay. They're all very young. And I'm sitting there. And I was talking to one of them who very much.
All right, we lost you. Nope, you're still gone. Nope. For a half second, but not. There you go.
Okay, so the cats have done something to the computer because these wires never had an issue. All I did was tap my microphone wire and it did that.
Oh, quiet, sleazy.
So, sounds good to me. Bite me. So, we're sitting there and they start going off about abortion.
Oh, God.
You guys have to understand. Well, actually, I don't have to explain it to you. You all know me very well. I need a gold star. I said nothing.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even make a face.
Damn,
Because-
you did better than I would have.
Do you know what they said?
What?
She was like, and Rush Limbaugh comes out. See, James remembers. One of them said, you know, if my mom had a miscarriage now, she'd be arrested. And I was like,
That's not how that works.
well, because the problem is, do all of you understand? So I need to make sure that all of my audience understands this bullshit narrative they've come up with. This bullshit fake ass narrative they have invented. Okay? They claim women are dying from the abortion laws. Well, number one, the one girl that did die, she didn't die from not being allowed service for a miscarriage. She died from sepsis. The doctor didn't believe she had the infection. Okay? That's malpractice.
Yep.
It's nothing to do with an abortion law. That's number one. Number 2, there are 3 cases, 3, where they are claiming women are getting arrested for having a miscarriage. You'll often hear, a woman out of Ohio was arrested for having a miscarriage. No, the fuck she wasn't. She tried to flush her dead baby down the toilet. She gave birth to a stillborn. And when the baby came out, it was almost full term. And instead of calling the hospital or 911, she tried to flush the dead body down the toilet. She got arrested for desecration of a corpse. Let's start with that.
I will say I can understand panicking in that situation. That would be freaky.
Pregnant.
Huh?
Everyone knew she was pregnant, and it was a near full-term baby.
Yeah, but she had it in a fucking toilet. It's still gonna freak you out a little.
No, she gave birth in the living room. She picked up the baby and shoved it in the toilet.
Why'd she give birth in the living room?
It just popped out.
Well, you don't think she was still freaking out? I mean, if my baby just popped out of me, I'd be freaking out, especially if it was dead. My baby just popped out of me and it's dead.
A whole ass baby down the toilet. At some point, you have to come to your senses.
Eventually.
I love watching Call Them and so the other two children, these were drug addicts who were doing heroin and meth, and they killed their babies in the womb because of their drug use, which is a federal crime.
Which is weird. I mean, it's weird in that, you know, if you're somewhere where abortion's legal and you do that, you can still be charged. But if you were to get an abortion, you wouldn't be charged. That part's weird to me. I mean, I think both are wrong. I just think it's weird that they wouldn't charge for one, but they will charge for the other.
I don't disagree with you on that. It does seem a little odd, but at the same time, it's just, these are the things where people are claiming that, and now they're sitting there going, oh, you're going to get checked if you're even pregnant. I need you all to really sit down. If you are a liberal watching this, if you're one of my followers that is going to cite this moment, I want you to logically think, sit down, use your 2 brain cells, rub them together, collect them from either side of your matter, okay? An officer isn't even allowed to check a woman unless they too are a woman. How on God's green earth at a pullover is a police officer gonna check you for pregnancy?
You see, the crazy one I saw was that they're going to actually monitor your period tracking app, and if you miss too many periods, then they're gonna come and check you. Then they're gonna stop by your house and check you because you forgot to enter your period. I'm like, no. No, they're not. I mean, they probably are they probably have that information stored in the NSA bunker somewhere, but they're not going to be doing that.
I need you all to understand that these are the same people that said we were nuts for thinking ivermectin would help COVID, and they horror. I can't process what you just told me.
It's okay. You don't have to. It's stupid.
The amount of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I heard something about the period trackers. I hadn't heard it to that level.
Yeah.
Goodness. Oh, Stars on Horror, I didn't get to talk about my dad getting... Oh, you got your dad a dog. Oh, that's...
Oh, I am so glad you talked him out of a... whatever the fuck a burgle cut would be. What the...
Burgle cut?
It sounds like some kind of beagle mix.
No, that sounds like a bad menu item at McDonald's. The fuck? Where's Chaco? Sleeping. It's like, what? 4 a.m. her time?
So now that she said that, she should be showing up any minute now.
Right?
Aw, that's so sweet.
Speaking of World War II, I saw the dumbest post.
Okay.
On Instagram. And it showed this woman found this very odd ASMR video. Okay? Are you ready for the ambiance?
Sure.
World War II foxhole trench.
Why?
It gets better.
I don't know that better's the word for this.
The ambiance, screams, bombs, bullets. The picture is literally dead bodies.
So, ASMR for serial killers.
Well, it gets better. You see all the Republican men.
I don't think you know how to use that word.
Oh, I do. I understand the word because you're going to see what I mean. All the Republican men were making fun of the woman for not understanding the deep male urge to go to war.
Didn't they just elect a president to not make them go to war?
On top of that, they were trying to claim that they didn't understand soldiers. I'm like, hold the fuck up. There are so many soldiers that can't even go to a fireworks show because the mere sound of a firework going off gives them PTSD. And you're telling me there's going to be soldiers playing a video 10 hours long of the sound of war?
I mean, there are, but those ones generally need help.
They're the ones that are sitting in towers trying to take out people in purple shirts just because that color bothered them that day. We are not talking about those people. And it was like one of them, and then one of them, he actually got me for a minute. Because my father was like, these people are retards.
Yes.
My dad's a Vietnam veteran. In case you aren't aware, guys, which everyone in this chat has been in my stream 5 million times, you already know it.
He's really old. That's what we're hearing. Okay.
He's 74. He is. So I think one of the water dishes is running low. I'm not sure. Even I just filled it. I hear something rumbling outside. I don't want to have to make it go crazy. But anyways, Hi,
Avery.
I did feel dumb after this, but he said that the Vietnam War wasn't a justified enough war to bring back possibly good memories.
What?
It was like, oh, it gets better. He says he was in a popular war.
A popular war?
He was in a just war. And I feel so fucking stupid.
There's no such thing as a just war.
Are you ready for it? Are you ready?
No, I'm not.
Oh, see, because you're going to know.
I'm disturbed.
He was in the Battle of Pelennor Fields.
You're kidding, right? Okay.
I am not enough of a nerd to understand the reference. My response was, the fact that no one's heard of that tells you all I need to know. Stop glorifying dead bodies that men have served as if it's ASMR. That's all I said. My thing is, even if, no matter what he said, why are you glorifying dead bodies?
Yeah.
But now my dad is one of those guys who puts on History Channel. My dad watches the History Channel, but the History Channel itself isn't repeat playing the sounds of war. It's talking about the war.
Yes.
It's showing silent video. And it's showing people that are alive now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not the same thing.
Still, at least he was being...
The Gates of Gondor, exactly.
Yeah.
In case anyone doesn't know, because I didn't know until last night, the Battle of Pelennor Fields is from fucking Lord of the Rings.
I had to pause for a second because I wasn't entirely sure if it was Lord of the Rings or if it was the Chronicles of Narnia, but I knew it was one of the two.
And I'm just like, the amount of people that I'm dealing with, they make my brain hurt. They make my brain melt. Oh, but this is a funny one, guys. This is a funny one. So as you all know, my boss is Vietnamese. Okay?
Yes.
I'm going to say that the restaurant, the cuisine of the restaurant,
The food,
is in the title of the fucking restaurant. It's in a giant sign on the front and side of the building.
Oh no.
I won't tell you what it says because psychopaths still trying to find me. And months from now, I don't need them finding this stream because the last time I pissed off 25 million people, one person literally watched all of my streams to find my family's names.
That's crazy.
They were insane. So I'm not running the risk. She had to walk outside. Okay. She's a good 4'9" on a good day. There was an old black man, apparently he got rear-ended, was waiting for the tow truck on the side. He looks at her and says, "Y'all do nails in there?" She came back in. She said, "Just because I'm Vietnamese doesn't mean anything you lie I do for you." I was like, she said, "Oh yes, sir, I get good happy ending too." And then it gets better. So she is married to a 6'2" Creole man. Okay. His dad called them and said, "Is she okay?" And her husband was like,
Yeah.
"Why wouldn't she be?" And he said, "Well, now that Trump's in office." Don't let me get there. Let me get there. Now that Trump's in office. Immigration and all that.
They're gonna look right over it. It's fine.
Here's the thing, kids. You can't own a fucking business, let alone 4, if you're illegal in America. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. She flipped out. She's like, "I've been to more fucking states than you. I'm a legal citizen. I voted for Trump." Like, she was so...
Was her father-in-law calling to fuck with her? Is that what was going on?
No, he
was serious?
He was genuinely like, "They're gonna come collect you."
Oh my god. Wow.
So this is... and I can't. So I can't. And so the last, 2 weeks, she and I have been going, "Oh, that's why you know Ham." And all the youngins don't get it. None of them have seen it. So we had to show everyone the video, which is 15 years old. Give into your anger. Oh, well, let me tell you something. I love my friend. She has a fuse about this long, and with me, it's that long. When she is upset, she will do kitty gloves at everyone else, and she will lash out at me the harshest. And then I call her out, and then we go back and forth. Delulu is not so Lulu. When I tell you guys, when she came in, and then this man, we were closed, okay? So we close in the afternoon for 2 hours. This man walks in the restaurant. "I just want to see what y'all do here." It's on the fucking sign, dude.
It's a restaurant. We serve food.
I dead ass think he came in looking for a nail salon. I really do. I think he was almost upset.
Maybe he can't read.
I can't tell. Who's making that noise. It's that Italian friendship. Let me tell you something. I love her to death. She's a pain in my ass. She's mean as fuck. But I love her.
She's not very nice, too.
No. She can be incredibly sweet sometimes. Other times, she just mean. For no reason. And I told her straight, I'm like, "Bitch, you need therapy. We need to get all this unresolved shit resolved." But the man must have dyslexia. No, he has old assia. He's an old
Dumbass to you.
man who doesn't care if he's racist to Asian people. That's it. And it was just kind of funny to watch. Can't lie. Star Son made new friends on Instagram. Yeah, but babe, I can't keep up with that. Rachel made this like gigantic whatchamacallit chat for non-liberal women, right-wing women, and it's great, but there's a lot of women. And
Ew.
I can't keep up. And I get confused who is who. And so I made some pals, but I doubt any of them remember I came on there because I was so quick. And I'm already not on there almost at all. I'm terrible at group chats.
Yeah, same here.
Well, the problem with it is that people have egos. And I like telling somebody, like, if you tell me a story, right, about, like, something that happened to you, I like to share it back. Women, anyone really, because men feel the same way, everyone always feels like you're trying to one-up them.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's just, I just want to share. I want to relate. I want to let you know. But when you get in a big group like that, so I come on once in a while. I talk with the ladies. And then I'm done. I didn't make it. I just invited you. I don't know who made it. I can keep up. Because I like you. You know who could use new frenzies? I can barely keep up with the ones I have.
I'm so glad she didn't think of me.
It's because you're never on Instagram.
I know. It's even more perfect.
I don't know why you're worried. You would have just unfollowed.
I would just do the same thing I do now. I would just never look at it.
You'd be like, this is annoying. Delete.
The hell? Why do these people keep sending me fucking... I don't need this.
Well, no, they generally, I will say, if the girls talk about, like, normal stuff, like, it's nothing weird, thankfully.
I just meant the notifications.
Oh, yeah, that too. It's definitely quite... Well, I don't have the notifications on Instagram for that reason, because when I first started striking it a little big, and certain... Calliope, no! Certain people who are not in the chat right now, but shall
I'm on
remain.
Instagram. I just don't open it and use it at all.
Those are clucking hens. Cat and I spent... Yes. Rachel, Edie, Black Cats, Hunty, and a couple of others. I consistently have 15 chats going at all times.
Oh, no, I occasionally think I need to leave the Star Sand bitches Discord because I keep getting shit from it, and I don't know the fuck are these people. What the fuck is this? And then I'm like, God damn it! And I swipe off.
How are you? I don't know why you're getting the alerts because I'm not, and it's my Discord.
I haven't gone in and turned them off. I suppose if I went in and turned them off, that would make my life a little easier.
Because everyone's like, you abandoned us. I'm like, that joke's on you. I was never there. Because it would, when I tell you, my phone didn't stop. It was all day. I had all the alerts on. And when I was in Texas for that last meeting with No System, even Ken, the first morning after, he came over, he put his hands on my shoulder, and he said, Starson, we're friends and I love you. If I hear your fucking phone go off one more fucking time, I'm breaking it in half and throwing it through the wall. I turned off notifications for nearly every app after that. I turned off the notifications for Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. And do you know how quickly my life became quiet?
Oh, just about instantly.
was beautiful. But the problem is, I forget they exist now. So it's,
I know. When I say check notifications, I mean I pull down the thing and it has all the notifications. Like my phone doesn't make noises when I get notification, but I pull down the thing and I can see them all in there. And I have to then go through and swipe them off.
I just swipe the entire thing. I don't even look at them.
I have to.
But I don't even have push notifications on almost all of them. Why'd you have notifications on anyway? Because you guys bitched when I didn't answer. That's
That
why
makes sense.
people kept complaining, and I wanted to be a good mother. Joke's on me.
Real moms don't answer their text messages.
My mammy did. Oh, that was something I did to one of my coworkers the other night. They're kids, so they're smart asses. And I said, she had dropped paper on the floor. I said, what's that on the floor? She said, your mom.
Oh no.
I was like, ew, my mom's dead. This girl would, no, I remember that. And she just starts screaming.
Oh my god.
It's so funny. They're good eggs, these kids. It's so easy to fuck with.
They're just commies. That's gotta fix that.
One's a libertarian. One was very upset. She thought I was a Democrat. Because there's a woman who works there. She's an older woman. And she worked the elections. And someone had gifted her a Stanley Cup.
How nice.
And all over that Stanley Cup,
Uh-oh.
I'm with her.
Ugh.
Future is women. Kamala for president. Brat Summer. This woman's in her 70s. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I've got another one.
what?
Sheep and I went out to breakfast, like we do every other week, and we're sitting. And this is before the election. We're sitting at our table, and we're talking. And this little old couple, and I mean, when I say little old couple, I mean these people had to be in their 80s or something. But this little old lady comes in, and she's got a hat on it. It says Trump girl. It's got the shirt. Her husband has a MAGA hat on. I mean, the whole 9 yards. It was adorable.
That's precious. I don't care what no one says. That's precious. More comrades for the empire. We will be strong in arms.
So her shirt was something about cats. I can't remember what it is now, but yeah, it was just cute.
I'm saving the cats probably. But it's just, yeah. She wasn't brat enough to win. Right. It's just been,
I've never understood the whole brat thing.
No, it's just a way to try to connect with the kids, that's all. You have to remember that they thought they had Gen X and whatever other gens. I don't fucking know. The younger Gen Z.
XYZ.
XYZ. The dumb ones that play on TikTok. But I will say this, guys. At least one of them is smart. If you watched my Instagram stories, I am officially a cool aunt. My niece, if you've watched one of Gothix's recent streams or my most recent community post, Gothix, once again, not only shared the story about she and I, she actually read what she wrote to me.
Oh.
No.
Oh no, I remember.
Cringe. 2016 Trump derangement cringe. And my niece was sitting next to me as I watched the segment.
Mhm.
And it slowly dawned on her that Gothix was talking about me.
Yep.
And she went, and I'm like, yeah, it's me she's talking about. She goes, Auntie, you voted for Trump? And I went 3 times. I am not making this up. She went, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was like, she was like, that's what's up, Auntie. That's real. That's real. I was like, am I a cool aunt? She goes, of course you are. A 14-year-old thinks I'm cool. Wow. But my favorite moment that happened, purely because of the shock now, don't observe the stress ball that is my face right now. A few weeks ago, I was assisting one of the restaurants across the mall where we work. And I had to have one of the associates there record a voiceover. And I had him record it, not particularly good at it. And I forgot how the subject came up. But essentially, I said, you know what? You're what? 16? Because I gauged his age by his nervousness. He went, yeah, I am. I said, you know what? For your age, you're doing just fine. And I don't know how someone asked me, either his uncle or someone else said, well, how old are you? And I said, I'm almost 40. The 16-year-old went, what? And I was like, what? I thought you were 21. I was like, oh, go on, say it again. Like, with the hairline receding. I was like, really? So my ego got boosted by teenagers this month. Adults didn't do it, but the teenagers, because you got to realize something. Huh?
Adults rarely do.
Well, here's the problem. When I'm at work, I have to wear a hairnet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even cute like that because you realize something. It gets folded down like this. So I'm sitting there like lunch lady Doris all day long. It looked terrible. I hate it. And also because the hair is so long, like I'm starting to reach Hillary Clinton length. I can't have that. So that's all my stories. When teens compliment you, you know you're doing something right. Exactly. Like,
depends on what they're complimenting you on.
Well, the kid, his reaction was entirely too shocked.
Right. I'm just saying that it's more like if you're engaging in reckless behavior and the teenager's complimenting you, then maybe something's not quite,
kosher.
Yeah.
But I was just like, well, thank you. Appreciate that. So that's been my week. Lunch Lady Doris said, if you know it, you get it.
Yeah.
I just hate wearing hairnets. And on top of that, it gives me headaches. I don't know about anybody else.
When they're too tight, it sucks.
The worst thing is these are not super tight.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I don't know, dude. It's just unpleasant. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I have to talk about the nuance. It's who I am. It's what I do.
It's the what?
It's who I am, and it's what I do.
Talk about the what, though?
Nuance. I have to point out the shades of gray. The other possibilities. No, not the 50 shades. Jesus Christ.
Listen, it's a full moon and I'm lonely.
You have been getting home a little too late to see your husband, so that makes sense.
Thanks. And then he's like, no, honey, I have to sleep. I'm like, sleep is for the weak.
See, this is the positives of hooking up with a younger man.
See, but I decided to marry for love. And we're going to grow old together.
Oh, no, you see, that's even better. I die first and he takes care of all my pets. He's shaking his head.
I like that. See, Rachel did the same thing. All 50 of them? Mm. See, it's not just me. So what else has been going on with you, my darling?
Oh, that's about it. Puppies and life. Oh, excuse me. Oh, and I'm tired.
Very tired. It's just been one of those weeks, guys. Let me tell you something. Your girl is trying her hardest. I've been up till 3 a.m. playing The Sims 4. Well, don't you? Just live the charm life, emo.
I miss playing The Sims 4.
I miss playing video games.
So do I.
You don't play them no more?
I play them about once or twice a week. I like playing them more, though.
I don't have any of that. The only game I'm playing right now is Age of Empires on my phone, and that's because I can take it with me.
Yeah, well, that's nice. Yeah,
Life or wife.
Life. I don't have a wife. I don't want a wife. Women suck.
I made a whole ass soap opera to get rid of one girl that was in the family.
Oh, God.
Wow.
You know you can just click on them and make them leave, right?
You can just put them in the pool and take out the ladder.
Or lock them in a room with no doors.
Take away the toilet.
Yep. Of course, now you have to take away the little cell phones, too. Did we lose you again? Yep. No. Think you're there. Hold on. Speak again. Yeah, she broke it. See that guy? She unplugged it entirely. It's not my fault. I already broke my own stuff. That has nothing to do with your stuff. You broke your stuff. I didn't tell you to go playing with your stuff. Damn, your stuff needs to be dusted. Oh shit, she like jumped. But now we can't hear her still. Nope, absolutely nothing. Nope. See, after this, I'm going to need a new tripod and she's going to need a new microphone. Yeah, she's not happy with that idea. Oh, wait, hold on.
I'm not.
There we go.
This is $250. No, the fuck I'm not.
Well, maybe you need a new cable.
No, I unplugged everything and plugged it back in. We're good now.
Okay.
I don't know what they did. Because mind you, this has not been plugged in. The entire time that I have not had any of these plugged in. So whatever happened is something they did to the wires directly. See, if you knew ASL, it'd be an easy fix. This is the only ASL I need.
The only ASL I know is I used to be able to do the alphabet, but now I get to like M and then I start to get confused.
Oh, and I know this one.
Is that a thought bubble?
It's Dream.
Oh, okay. And I'm going to need a new man.
And this.
Thank you.
This is thank you. This is water.
I'm sure Avery could tell us he does sign language.
Dusted, crusted, and disgusted.
I really only know, the alphabet. I forgot most of it.
The worst thing is I took sign language. And I had a P in it.
We had to take like a portion of a semester on it. Well, trimester is what it was. But you got a super chat.
Chun Twain, thank you again, James. I speak it semi-fluently. Yeah, this is water. Isn't this thank you? Or is this thank you? I can't remember.
I don't remember. Crisis? What is about crisis?
That's not the thank you and water it. I knew.
Oh,
Correct?
thank you. Be coming from your chin and going down diagonally.
Like this.
No, diagonally. Yeah, don't ask me. Way too much, what's the word? Coordination in that for me. I'm not coordinated
So
enough.
much thought to process right now.
Yeah.
Personally.
I'm tired.
That's a lot of work.
Oh my God, we've been here an hour.
Which is exactly how long I wanted to stream.
Woo.
Because I don't want to stay up too late. I got to finish these little signs, cut them out, and then go to sleep.
I've got to go make a video.
She did it to herself.
Hey, it's going reasonably well. Another 140 people, and I'll have 5,000 subscribers.
Everyone say, yay!
I'm shocked, but hey, you know, that's how it goes.
I mean, I'm shocked right now. We got 83 people watching this, but here we are.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we always have usually a good, decent crowd. I think it's partly due to you.
I can't see who we have. And, yeah.
Well, now you know. We have 83 people.
You sent it to me on Twitter. What did you send to me on Twitter? Let's
The
go look
link.
at Twitter.
Oh.
No, you probably sent thank you. Oh. Here we go.
What?
Hold on. Da, 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 da. You have to share the screen or I can't.
There it is. Is this Avery?
That is Avery.
Sup, Avery?
See, just like that. That
Avery
is thank
got
you.
hands.
Yeah, he does.
Avery, you got manly hands.
Looks like a man.
A man's like a hand.
Thank you, Avery.
Yes, thank you, Avery.
I do the thing, but no one can see me. Well, what happened to Twitter? It broke for a second there. There we go.
Twitter is already broken. According to everyone else, it's a cesspool and it's terrible. And they're like, Elon Musk and then trying it. And I'm like,
No, he just let people speak. And yes, of course you're the favorite in the crowd, Rachel. We love you.
oh, I thought he wrote ooh woo.
No, it's one of my
I was like, why is he saying ooh woo?
those things. I don't remember. Emote. That's the word. It's one of my emotes. Where am I? I'm in my office in Montana.
You're in Montana.
I'm confused.
No way.
My brain is half fried tonight.
Girl, I am so gone.
Oh my God, these dogs tonight. Grace, I was trying to get pictures of the puppies tonight, and she just was not having it. She was not happy at all. I mean, I would pick up one of the puppies, and so I dragged one of the ottomans up close to where we put her little den kennel thing, whelping box. There we go. Oh, where is my video? It's I haven't made it yet, but you can see all my other videos on the Abysmal Critic channel. The video I'm making tonight will be there tomorrow morning. I suppose I should actually provide a link for that.
That'd be good. Give the people what they want. Links.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. I think... Hey, my streaming channel finally reached 1K subscribers. Nice.
How'd you not notice, woman?
Because it just got there, like it had to have been sometime in the last hour or two or a couple hours because it was at like 9:90 something earlier today.
Well, congratulations, my darling. Let's get some celebration in the chat for horror.
That's cool. I now have 2 channels at or over 1,000. I'm proud of myself. Well, I guess 3 if you count my Twitch.
You should be proud of yourself.
Now, if I can just get this one to 5,000.
I have faith.
Chris, now I have to navigate back over here. Jesus Christ. Getting these links is annoying.
Are you good?
Nah, I'm fine. There we go. There's your channel. That is not us live, though. There we go. There's my face. And there's the Abysmal Critic channel.
Go click the link, children. Support our girl.
If you like video games and video game news, that's the channel for you. It's got all my opinions. And that's a great thing, but
even the ones we tried to take away.
And it's got puppies.
That is important.
Puppy pictures and video game stuff. Apparently, you missed a super chat from Hunty.
What?
Well, it says, Mom, you didn't read super chat.
Yeah, I did James's.
Was there more?
James the only one did too.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get one.
I was paying attention, Hunty. Was you? Yeah, I'm currently just getting this done really quick that way.
Okay.
I'm very proud of you.
Want to know our thoughts on Peanut the Squirrel? My thoughts are begin and end at fuck the government.
I have many thoughts. Many. Starting with, because you and I've had this discussion, whether or not you like the government, if you are going to rescue an animal that you know in your state could get euthanized, and you get warned multiple times that they are going to come and euthanize your animal, and you don't do the literal 30-minute filing of paperwork. It's free, by the way. The course to pass paperwork, also free. Minimum age to do it in the state of New York, 15. 7 years they had this squirrel. 7 years they've been getting reports. 7 years they ignored it. Now, 2 things can be true at once. The way they rated his property, absolutely fucking stupid. There was no need for it. But that squirrel would be alive if he had done the proper paperwork. Also, big reports came out. This man allowed quite a few animals to fall into ruin on his property. He had to have horses removed from his property because of... Nova, don't do that. Because of how sick they were. He got them in good condition, didn't take care of them. So here's the thing. I'm not happy about what happened to Peanut. But you guys have asked me point blank why I don't rescue wildlife, and I've told you point blank that's why. Because I can't afford the licensing it takes in North Carolina. Because it makes sense why. Because you got assholes like the Tiger King who abuse wildlife when they get it. or the assholes in my state who go and buy servals, because that is completely fine to own in North Carolina. I can own a serval, but I can't own a raccoon. But I digress. If you are going to ask for government funding to be a 501c, which is what he was, if you are going to monetize your animals, which is what he did, then you have to do the due diligence to protect your animals. You all know the story of how I nearly went homeless in 2019. Why did I nearly go homeless in 2019? Because I was over capacity at my apartment. Now, is that the apartment's fault? Or is that mine? That's mine. So I found places to house my animals until I found a home that my animals could live in. No one can tell me how many cats and dogs I can have now.
Well, technically, the government can.
Within reason. Hoarding is still bad. So that's my opinion on it, is I don't like how the government handled it. I don't like they euthanized it when they could have done a 14-day, because the reason why they euthanized a squirrel, it's because they were retarded.
They thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Squirrels don't get rabies.
Huh?
Squirrels don't really get rabies.
Squirrels, to begin with, don't really get rabies, especially when you have animals that are kept in a house. But third of all, it is not out of the realm of possibility that a squirrel is going to bite somebody when it's getting seized from its home, as it is a rodent, and rodents are most apt to bite.
Yep.
It's what they do. And they pulled the bullshit. Well, we've got to make sure that you do the preliminary shots, do a 14-day hold. Those animals will still be alive. So yes, do I believe the government overreacted? Absolutely. Do I blame the owners? Absolutely. Because I believe in accountability. He didn't do his due diligence. He was warned multiple times to do his due diligence. He expected government funding. Monetized on multiple platforms these animals, and couldn't take a single afternoon away from his OnlyFans to ensure those animals were safe. So yes, it sucks. But it is not the government's fault. It's his.
I think it's the government's fault too.
I think it's the government's fault for overreacting, but they never would have been in their possession if he had done what he was supposed to do. It's the biggest problem of all. You were warned. You were accountable. You were the reason that animal was in that home. And I understand Peanut couldn't be released. There's many wildlife like that. Fred couldn't be released. There's many wildlife like that. Why didn't you do the paperwork? Why? It is an afternoon. It is free. You were already getting the funding you so desired to take care of the animals. You had the money. You had the time. Yeah, he used the squirrel to advertise his OF. If compliance wasn't the goal, but that's the problem. He had multiple chances, Dave. Multiple. Over 7 years, they had given him time and time again. Time and time again. And the fact of the matter is, if you are going to make yourself notable to the government, if you're going to ask for government funding, then you should do the bare minimum to ensure the animals in your care cannot then be seized by the government. And he had every opportunity, because there are plenty of wildlife rehabbers, rescuers, and lifetime ambassadors at these rescues. Do I think they could have handled it better? 100%. But my point is, it never would have happened if he had at least done the bare minimum. And that's my issue. Because I would say the exact same thing if it was a dog hoarding situation or if this was a dog attack situation. We've had this conversation where somebody owned a dog that got loose and hurt somebody. Are we blaming the dog? Are we blaming the people that defended themselves against the dog? No. We blame the owner who put the dog in that situation. And that's my take on it. His OF. Yes, his OF. This is a fair take. I, in my opinion, feel I'm a pretty fair person. I look at things in a logical way. And I know why Hara is silent, because at the end of the day, she's ANCAP. She doesn't want any government in on it whatsoever.
I mean, my issue is literally that it's not about the licensing. It's about the fact who was the squirrel hurting? What rules, other than the fact he didn't have a piece of paper that said it was okay for him to have it issued by the government, was he hurting?
Because he
And
didn't
thus,
out in public, he was taking it out in different areas. He was taking it out on walks, on a leash, and things like that.
and who was it hurting?
But the fact of the matter is, that's just
No,
like,
who was it hurting? That is the question I want answered. Who was it hurting?
but you don't understand.
That is the question I want answered. Who was it hurting?
But when it's not licensed, you don't know.
Who was it hurting?
There's no record of any vaccinations on this animal.
Who hurt? Who got hurt? Nobody got hurt?
Wildlife is not meant to be kept.
That doesn't answer the question who got hurt.
It does answer the question.
No, it doesn't, because nobody got hurt.
Because if it's illegal to own the animal, it's illegal to own the animal. That's like saying, I can keep the tiger. Oh, the tiger only broke out once. Did anyone get hurt?
The squirrel didn't even break out. That's an entirely separate situation. That is an unrelated situation. The squirrel didn't get out. The squirrel didn't attack anybody. The squirrel didn't go after anybody. The guy went on a walk with a squirrel that wasn't doing anything to anybody. And because the he didn't get the proper piece of paper from a government to give him permission to have something that quite literally wasn't hurting anybody, the thing got killed.
And my point is, the end of the day, because it's not legal to own. That's the point. And if you're going to do that, because I don't disagree with you on that.
What's your animal capacity in your county?
Huh?
What's your animal capacity in your county?
In the outskirts, there isn't one. That's why I'm out here.
Yeah, but then if you live in town.
Right. That's why I don't live in town.
And if your pets are well cared for, they should just be able to come and take them because it's against the rules?
It'd be my fault.
That's not answering the question, though.
If I'm going to go somewhere where there is a rule and I go, well, I don't like those rules, so I'm not going to listen to them, I'm doing good enough.
My point isn't that you shouldn't just ignore the rules. My point is that rules shouldn't exist if the rule is hurting people who aren't hurting anybody else, what's the point of the rule?
Because the point is, then if you start making those kinds of exceptions, well, then someone else can say, well, my animal didn't do anything wrong. Well, it's a rule that goes across the board. You're not supposed to own wildlife without the proper documentation, regardless of anything else. Get the documentation, you can do whatever you want. He wouldn't get the documentation. And that's the point. And that's a rule across the U.S. Because the problem is, let's say one day he decides to release that squirrel, which happens all the time. He decides one day he no longer wants it. Well, a lot of these animals, which you and I have discussed in the past, they go searching for another person. And because they're not people, they get frustrated. And they'll attack when they don't get what they want.
Yeah, but that's not what this situation was.
But what I'm saying is that's why it happened.
What I'm saying is that's not what this situation was. You're talking about an entirely different situation.
It sounds like I am, but I'm not.
No, you are, because that's not what happened in this situation. We're not talking about what could happen. We're not talking about what other people do. We are talking about what happened in this situation.
Yes, and I'm hearing what you're saying. And what I'm saying is, because that happens, that's why this happened.
And I still don't believe in it.
I believe that
I believe you punish the people who do wrong things. I don't believe you punish the people who aren't hurting people.
I don't agree that they killed, here's the thing, and maybe I'm not making it clear enough. I don't disagree that they were overreactive about euthanizing. I don't disagree they were wrong in how they handled seizing the animals, because standard practices, you bring in a rescue. You don't have your own animal control officers that rarely handle wildlife, handle these animals. You get a fellow rescue that is a wildlife rescue to take on these animals. Then it wouldn't happen.
Except for the fact it's government and they don't ever, well, they very rarely act in a way that is actually rational or proper. They don't think these things through. They just go ahead and do these kinds of things. That's part of why so many cops shoot dogs.
Well, in my experience with the wildlife ones, typically they've called Audubon Society, they've called wildlife rescue. This is my personal experience. Now, I don't know if it's because of where I happen to be. I don't know. But what I will say is, that's why I lost train of thought completely. You said something and it threw me off. You said something and I can't remember what I was saying. But it's like, I don't disagree. How they handled it was wrong. But yes, there are dogs that get shot all the time. But there are quite a few of those dogs that get shot because an owner has a dog off leash in public and a dog runs up on them.
That's not a reason to shoot a dog.
It's the same reason why we say when somebody runs up on a cop.
Yes, but it's a dog, not a person.
The dog is less reasonable than the person.
Yes, but the dog is also not exactly always a threat in the same way a person could be.
Again, but my point is, they don't have a lot of time to guess that. What's a simple solution for that? Have your dog on a leash. Follow the rules. Your dog can't get shot by a cop running up on a cop if your dog is on a leash with you.
Yeah, but that's still a different situation than what we're talking about.
But that's what I'm saying. When you say dogs are shot unfairly, I'm saying that's a situation. What I'm saying, you can look at this fucking FEMA this year and see the government ain't rational. I don't disagree. But again, it's not about money because this licensing is free. Nothing he had to do cost him money.
Then if it didn't cost him any money and it was free and he didn't do it, then what is even the point of going after him?
Because you have to in order to have the wildlife. Because you have to follow the proper procedures. Because there are many people who will claim to be wildlife rescuers and then they hoard the wildlife.
So then why aren't they going after those instead of the guy who was actually taking care of his squirrel?
Because the squirrel was the only thing he was taking care of.
So why didn't... Here's the thing. It boils down to no victim, no crime. There was no victim in this situation other than the fact he didn't have a piece of paper. That is not a crime, in my opinion, because nobody was hurt. There was no reason to do this other than he didn't have a piece of paper. You're out of... your sound's not working again. No. Oh, wait, for a second, but no, it's still gone.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. The point is, and again, I said it numerous times, he asked for government funding to raise the squirrel. If you ask the government to pay for the animal and you don't do the bare minimum to license yourself for the animal, they're going to seize the animal.
Okay, which part of that's a crime, though?
You're stealing from the government without following the
let me rephrase this. Which part of... Where's the victim in that?
The victim is technically the taxpayer because our money goes to 501(c)(3).
Well, now that's an entire reason to get rid of taxation, but that's a separate conversation altogether.
But my point is this, and again, that's where it goes around. If you are going to register for 501(c)(3), if you are going to monetize your animal online, if you're going to inspire millions of other people to do what you're doing, which is what he was doing, then you have to do the bare minimum. Yes, it's technically a victimless crime, and theoretically, the squirrel was hurting nobody. But if you don't want the government to be a part of it, don't ask for the government to pay for it. Don't put it up online. If all you wanted to do was raise the squirrel, then raise the squirrel without the internet. Raise the squirrel without the government. The moment you brought it in by asking them to sublet you, to give you the donations so you can run a sanctuary. You invited it in.
But here's...
That's it. I know you don't like it, babe, but that's it.
No, that's not where I'm going. What I was about to say was, first, we all know how I feel about government funding, which is
Right.
a big no across the board. So we're back to, he had the squirrel for 7 years. He was asking for government funding, and now they've raided him, apparently because he was asking for the funding or because he didn't have the paper.
Both.
And why was he a bigger deal than people who are actually causing problems with actual wildlife?
Because at the end of the day, he made himself the biggest target by being an online celebrity. When you make yourself, it's just like walking through Bedford Stuyvesant with diamonds and gold on. Are you going to do it? You can, sure. You're not hurting anybody. You're not saying anything. But if you're going to walk through one of the worst areas with gold all over you and expect not to get mugged.
So now we're comparing the government to muggers? Well, I can actually agree with that assessment, yes.
That's why I did it. Because I was like, if we're going to put it on that level because you don't like taxation, it's the same idea. He put himself in the crosshairs.
But that still makes the government the one in the wrong, no matter if he put himself in the crosshairs or not.
But the fact of the matter is, he did it. He did everything the legal way, except the one thing they asked him to do. He was expecting money from them. But he didn't do the one free paperwork that they repeatedly asked him to do for 7 years. 7 years. He had this opportunity. 7 years, he had warnings. 7 years, he knew they would do this and didn't do it. They gave him the time. And then he went and got another wildlife animal. Fred was young, less than a year old.
Poor Fred. Everybody forgets about poor Fred.
Right. And so he's taking on more animals, monetizing them.
I wonder if he was not paying his taxes. That would also explain it.
But that's my point. It wasn't even being an influencer, because at the end of the day, even if he wasn't an influencer, he was still taking the government money. Because they gave him a chance. The exact chance everyone's complaining that they should have given him. They gave it to him.
No, you see, I don't think they should have given the money, and I think they should have left him alone.
The problem is, he put himself in the crosshairs because no matter what, it's still illegal. It's not legal to own these animals.
But that's where I have the biggest problem, is that unless the animal is actively being harmed or the animal is actively harming other people, there's no reason for the government to get involved, other than because they say so. And I don't like that reasoning because it's not right.
But it's not even just they say so. You and I have spoken multiple times about why people should not own these animals.
About why people shouldn't own the animals when they're not taking care of them appropriately and the animal is being put in harm. If the animal is not being harmed by what's going on, then that's a separate issue.
No, we've discussed about how people shouldn't own wildlife, plain and simple. That these are not pets. And that's the thing. He was convincing people that they're pets. It causes harm. You and I both know this. We've witnessed this. And people are not smart enough to understand the differences with the government. And I'm not, again, in case I'm not making myself clear.
Our major issue is I don't think the government should exist, and she's okay with some of the things.
Yeah. And that's where we are always going to disagree. Because I do believe there has to be checks and balances. I believe there has to be someone at some point in the system that tells you, no, you can't do that. Because the problem is, if there's no limits, if there's no boundaries, if there's nothing holding you back, well, then there's no point to anything. Because then you got to rely on the buddy system for people to not just walk up and say, I like what you got. It's all mine now.
I mean, we already do that.
I mean,
the government does that all the time. Look at what's happening in North Carolina after they're stealing people's land, literally.
So what
They're
they're
stealing
doing,
people's kids. Oh my God.
well, yeah, that is because they're convincing people. Because I've been talking to people, they're convincing the elderly and a lot of people to give up their kids for adoption and to give up their land, that it'd be better. The major problem we're having right now here is that now winter is setting in the mountains. It's going to be nigh to impossible to fix anything for
Yep.
the next few months. Anything. And that's going to be the biggest problem.
That again is just back to, but that's the government using its supposed power to prey on other people. And when people complain about the fact that I'm an anarcho-capitalist with the idea that, you just can't do this because these people will do this, the government already does it all. So why is it okay for them to do it all of a sudden?
We don't want the government to do it. But the problem with it is that we can call them out. We can sue them. We can get things returned. It takes some due diligence, but it happens. The issue is
but people still end up hurt.
People will end up either way. I'd rather there be legal checks and balances than just everyone going, well, that's the way it is. You lost it.
And you see, I think people misunderstand the point is because just because there is no specific government doesn't mean people can't get together and take their stuff back.
But then again,
or that you can't have some kind of system set up where people can address those kinds of checks and balances. It's just not government. It's not the same kind of thing.
Am I at that point? For me, it's just semantics. You're still having a government. There's still someone overseeing everything, calling the shots and telling you what you can and cannot do.
It's just a far more voluntary interaction because people can also choose to opt out, whereas now you have no option to opt out.
I don't disagree on the option to opt out. Did I want that color?
I hope so.
I picked it up. It looks good. But now I don't know if I think it looks good.
The thing is Avery, there's always going to be a certain set of people who are better able to leverage whatever in the world is going on out there. And that's because life's not fair.
And also because for every one person who is at least reasonable or can disseminate different things, there's a lot of people that are just really fucking stupid and need someone to lead them. We've seen it. Point blank. I know people like that. I
know too many of them myself.
Yeah. They don't, they are unable to function without someone telling them what to do. Is it nice? No. Is it the reality of the world? In my opinion, yes. The reality of the world is most people really have a hard time being their own boss. It is a form of governance, even if it isn't a formal government. Exactly. But only the rich get to utilize the side of checks and balances. But the problem with big government, I don't like big government. I don't deny that part at all. I think it's wrong. And I do like that we're trying to get rid, like, that's why I like when I watch a lot of what Trump does. He reverts it back to the states. He tries not to do, government overreach. At least he tries not to.
In some cases, there's other places where he's not fantastic.
Yeah, I don't agree with the red flag laws and shit like that. I don't agree with that. But that's a story for a day when I have brain power. I'm utilizing all my creative skills right now to color in food product.
Ooh.
Well, it's for little shelves for a tiny fridge.
Oh.
Oh, so cute. But I believe it is getting rather late. It is 1:43.
Yeah, I've got to go still record my video, so we should probably wrap it up now that we've argued about government.
Mommy and Daddy had a fight, but we're going to make up now.
After Daddy finishes coloring.
I get to be the daddy.
I've never been any good at being a man.
That's true. I got the swagger for it, Well, then, Mommy, why don't you take us out?
Yeah, well, you guys know where to find me. I'm not doing a whole lot of streaming on my streaming channel right now, but you should be able to catch me on Thursdays streaming on my Abysmal Critic channel. I do at least one stream over there. I try to do one stream over there every week. And if there is streaming, it'll be this weekend, probably on Sunday with some 7 Days to Die. And then, Monday through Saturday, there's a video out at 10 a.m. Mountain Time on my Abysmal Critic channel about video games. So feel free to stop by there and watch the video and subscribe because we are so close to that 5,000 mark.
Go get her there, guys. I know you can do it. As for me, I'm not going to pretend I have anything planned right now because we all know I don't. I am doing my best. I have to get everything all set up and done and ready. But the hope is, guys, that by the end of this month, I will have been able to accumulate some time to get some stuff together. And hopefully I can set up some kind of system for streaming. So currently right now where you can find me is dying as I travel every day. And just working on trying to get back to you guys as quickly as possible. So for now, make sure we are supporting Horror in her adventures towards 5,000. We're fully monetized now, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's get her second channel fully monetized, can we? Thank you. Would love that. Otherwise, guys, I do believe that that's it, my darling. What you say?
That sounds good. Yep.
Well, guys, remember to get your animals properly vaccinated, spayed, and neutered. Remember to tell people that are important to you, that you love them, and be safe. So, Horror.
Yes.
I love you.
Love you too.
Be safe.
You too.
All for joining me. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining her. Thank you for enjoying all the puppies and babies and everything else. And we'll see you hopefully very soon. But if not, have a happy Thanksgiving, guys. To all my Americans.